The first one is from David, and here's really this big question about trust. And I'm going to ask it in reverse order to the openings. And the question is, how will you reunite the party and country, win back the trust of the public, and win the next general election? And Rishi Sunak, I'm going to start with you, very conscious of the fact that you resigned from the government recently.
Yes, thanks, Paul. Thanks, Eva, for the question. You hit on all the right things, which are probably behind me, as you can see, because I think those are the most important things for all of us to do. And I think it starts with honesty. It starts with being honest with the country about the challenges we face and making sure that we don't promise things that we can't deliver. That's how you start, by restoring trust in politics. And we've had a debate on the economy and taxes, and that's very much been my point of view. But I think it goes beyond that, because you also talked about reuniting the country. When we get to that general election, we as Conservatives need to win in lots of different places, whether it's winning in Brexit-supporting Teesside or Liberal-leaning Chesham and Amersham. I believe that I am well placed to appeal in all those places, because crucially, we have to beat Keir Starmer in that election to deliver all the things that we all collectively believe in.
Okay, so Penny Mordaunt, this big question about trust and unity in the party and the country.
Well, we have to pull our party together, and I hope this contest can be the start of that. I want a positive contest. I don't want mudslinging. I want us, all of us candidates and our colleagues, to show the nation that we are building a team together. Without that teamwork, we can't deliver. This is not all about one particular leader. It's about all the talents of the party being able to thrive and pull together in the same direction for the sake of our country. I agree we have to start delivering for people. It is no point in us saying we actually have to start to do that. And we know that many of our public services are in a desperate state, particularly because of the pandemic. We have a huge catch-up job to do. So we have to recognise that we need to modernise Whitehall to do that. That has got to be the starting point. We cannot continue what we've been doing, because it clearly isn't working. I think the other thing that we also need to do is to recognise that we have to demonstrate we understand that issues are different in different parts of the country. What I've shown in the campaign that I've been running is that I'm attracting support from young people, from women, from Red Wall, from Blue Wall seats, and all parts of the United Kingdom. And I think we also need to create some national missions to unite people around. But that, I think, is the starting point. We've got to make this contest about building a team, and we've got to be talking about the issues that matter to the public.
Kemi, trust and unity, what would you do as Conservative leader?
I think the most important thing to do to win and retain trust is to keep promises. I think that when we put things in our manifesto, we need to stick to them. I think having multiple U-turns as a government is incredibly damaging and means that people don't know whether we say what we mean. And that's why I keep telling everyone that I am the candidate who tells the truth. Making realistic promises and commitments is one way to earn and build trust. But I also think, in terms of demonstrating integrity, it's show, don't tell. No one stands as a dishonest politician, but we have to show that we are honest and straight with people. And we have to go above and beyond the standards that we apply to everybody else. I use the example of when I was vice chairman of candidates, and the first thing I did when I took on that role was I threw my husband off the list, because I didn't think it would look good. I was chair of candidates and he was applying for seats. I recognized that there was a potential conflict of interest there, and even though I wasn't required to, I took additional steps to show that this was something that I took seriously. In terms of uniting the party and the country, for me, the most important thing is for us to stop calling ourselves Leavers and Remainers. That vote was 6 years ago. I think it's time that we moved on and remember that we are all one people, and we're all trying to deliver on the same objective, certainly as Conservatives. I see all of my colleagues, irrespective of how they voted in the referendum, as friends and as partners. I think we need to stop looking at things via the view of North versus South, Red Wall, Blue Wall, young or old, or even England versus Scotland. It's the language of unity and inclusivity that matters. And that's what I will do if I'm elected as party leader.
Thank you, Kemi. Tom, your opening pitch a few moments ago was about trust and unity. So how would you do it?
Well, the key to delivering trust and unity is about delivering a change. As we know, we need a clean start in order to show the country, not just show the party, that we've started again. And that's why I'm standing, because I think having a clean start, being a clean start, is all about demonstrating that we're here to deliver not just for our party, which is so important, but for the whole country. And so for me, trust is about demonstrating that change. It's about demonstrating that we will deliver on our commitments. It's about reaching out to people and enabling and empowering people. It's about helping people to, as the line goes, take back control, because it's about people's lives. It's about your lives. It's not about how we control in Westminster. It's about what we do at home and in families. And on unity, well, look, I have spent years campaigning across the United Kingdom. I've campaigned in council elections in Northern Ireland. I've campaigned in parliamentary elections in Scotland and general elections all around the United Kingdom. And that unity is about how we talk to each other, how we see each other, where we go, how we approach every issue that we champion as Conservatives. And that's why I'm so proud to be working with Jake Berry on Northern powerhouse issues, as they used to be called, levelling up as they were once called, and a new deal for Britain as it will be called, because we can deliver for the whole of the United Kingdom. We can demonstrate the unity that we need through the actions that we take. And I'm absolutely committed as your leader and as Prime Minister to make sure that the Conservative message of unity, of one United Kingdom, whole, integral, safe and secure, will be one that we carry across the country, that generates trust, rebuilds unity, and transforms our country for the better.
Thanks, Tom. Liz Truss. Hello, Liz. I can't hear you.
mute button issues. What unites all of us as Conservatives is that we want the United Kingdom to be successful. We want to help our constituents deliver on the cost of living crisis, help them make ends meet, help growth and opportunities across the country. And I think having a forward-looking positive economic agenda is a vital part of that, whether you're in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, England, red wall, blue wall, purple wall. That is the absolutely vital lynch point. And it is critical that when we set out our plans, we deliver what we'll say we would deliver. And in every single job I've done in government, when I've made commitments, I've delivered on those commitments. I said I'd take on the Brexit negotiations. When we haven't been able to get a deal with the EU, I put the Northern Ireland Protocol bill to Parliament, because I am determined to deliver what we promised the British public. And that is the approach that I would take as Prime Minister. I won't make false claims. I will be honest with people. I will level about the very difficult situation we find ourselves in. And I will build a team that goes right across the Conservative Party, all parts of our party, to show that we have that vital forward momentum. But you've got to walk the walk as well as talk the talk. And that, I think, is what I've shown I've done in the jobs I've held.
Okay, Liz, thanks very much. So straight into our second